Alright, sorry about the weird angle I got this camera at, but I was trying to get everything in and the chicken's in a bowl. What I'm going to make today is a recipe. I actually started out with a recipe that was good for leftover turkey from Thanksgiving. That's when my family originally started making it, but then it got to be it's such a good casserole that we couldn't wait for Thanksgiving to come around, so we started to make just turkey for that or chicken for that. So you can use leftover turkey from Thanksgiving, or you can cook up some chicken. I've chose to cook up about 2 to 3 pounds of white meat. That's what I like the best, and breast in the crock pot. So 3 or 4 hours, cook it however you like. Just end up with some chicken you don't know what else to do with. So here we go. For this recipe, we're going to need 2 to 3 pounds of turkey or chicken, a pound of frozen peas, 16 ounces of sour cream, 2 10-ounce cans of your favorite cream soup. That can be cream of mushroom, cream of whatever you like. 5 to 6 stalks of celery, a medium onion, 1 stick of butter, 1 bag of dry dressing. I use Pepperidge Farm, that's what we've always used, but just any of the bag dressing, and 20 ounces of chicken broth. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start out by sauteing the onions and the celery in butter. That's what you use a stick of butter for. And then we'll mix that together with the dressing. We'll mix the meat, the peas, the sour cream, and the cream soup together. I'll show you all that, but right now let me get this celery and this onion ready to go, and then I'll start putting it together. I'll bring you all back. I thought I'd bring you back real quick and show you the onions and the celery when it starts. Then I'll bring you back and show you about when it's finished, so you'll know where you want to be as far as cooking it. But basically, that's just a stick of butter, celery, and some onion, and we're going to fry it up. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Alright, that's getting pretty close to where I want it. What I'm doing, I can see that the onions are done, but what I'm doing is coming and checking the celery, and I just take a piece of celery here, and of course it won't cooperate. Stick my turner through it and see, how soft it is, and that celery's getting soft. So right about there's what you're trying to reach. So we'll turn the heat out, and I'll get to mixing some stuff up. I'll bring you back. Alright, you see I've got 2 to 3 pounds of chunked chicken there. That's what I'm using. And now we're going to add the 2 cans of soup. To it. Try to get all that soup out of there you can. I know I got a smaller one of these, I just can't find it. It's the way it works. You put 2 cans. Like I said, I'm using cream of mushroom. You can use cream of celery, cream of chicken. I don't know how beef would work, but if they make that, I wouldn't use a cheese, cream of cheddar or something. I wouldn't use that. But you could probably use cream of onion. So anyways, there's 2 cans of cream soup, and then we got a whole container of sour cream we're going to put in there. And you want to keep the peas frozen until you stir them in, because that way they don't mush up when you stir it together. And then all we're going to do is just fold this together real good. Make a I don't want to use this to stir it together. And we're going to make the basis for this recipe. So let me get this folded together and I get it in the pan. I'll show you what we do next. Alright, I got that bag of stuffing. That's what's in that bowl. And then we're going to add these sauteed vegetables in the butter. Now one of the tricks to this is just to make sure if you're using turkey from Thanksgiving, you clean it real well. I mean, don't have bones and that kind of stuff in it, because that people won't be too impressed with it when they're eating through it and get a bone in their mouth or a piece of gristle. So let's stir these vegetables in a little bit. And then we have our chicken stock over here, and there's really not a set amount, but I'll show you how we're going to try to get this consistency right. So it's going to take quite a bit. We don't want it too wet, we don't want it too dry. So that's about half the container. Let's see what that does. It says 20 ounces, so make sure you reach down there in the bottom, because it likes to hide, and then you'll end up with what you think is good stuffing until you go to pour it out onto the casserole and you find out it's soggy. So you don't want that. It's probably 3/4 of the container there. That's starting to get about where we want it, maybe a little more. bottom's wetter than the top, but you just want some good moist stuffing, not soggy, not wet, but moist. So it's I like to get this to the right consistency. You know what? That's looking pretty good right there. I might just give this a little more, but use your own judgment on that. Anyways, let me finish getting it mixed up, and then I'll bring it back, show you how we finish up this thing. Alright, you see we got the meat mixture there in a pan. Now we're just going to take this stuffing and put it on top. This made more than one pan, so usually you got enough stuffing and all for everything. So you want to leave room for a nice layer of stuffing here on top. That's all there is to it. We're going to get this stuffing laid out on it even. You want it to be even on here because you want it to all cook right. And actually I got a side bowl over here. I don't know if it looks like I'm going to have enough stuffing for that. What I'll do with that. But anyways, there you go. We're going to put it in the oven, and I'll check on what temperature and how long here, and I'll come back when I get this prepared, get ready to go in the oven. I'll let you know. Alright, you can see how much it made and how I did that. We're going to cook it at 350 for 30 minutes covered, and then we're going to pull it out and uncover it and cook it for another 10 or 15 minutes. So that's the baking instructions. Pretty much the recipe's done. So once it gets cooked, pull it out, serve up a little, we'll taste it and see how I did on it. There you go. Finished product. The little one here, I didn't have quite enough stuffing, so it's the first time I used this pan. It got me a little out of a kilter. But you can make it in small ones, however you want to do it. Just use up all your product the best you can, and then bake it, like I said, 350 for about 30 minutes, and yeah, 350 for 30 minutes. Take it and uncover it, and then bake it for another 15 to 20 minutes. Let's scoop this out so you can see what it looks like. I mean, really, it's Thanksgiving dinner in a dish. I mean, one dish. So, you know, if you have Thanksgiving, it's just one or two people. Maybe you don't want to go through cooking all the dressing and all that. It's a good way to have a nice Thanksgiving dinner. But let me try it and see if it turned out. I'm sure it did. I make this stuff all the time, but like I say, a taste test is part of it. It freezes well, so make it up, put it up in the freezer when you want it, let it defrost in the refrigerator, heat it up, it's good to go. So it's real convenient. Hope y'all try it, hope y'all like it. Thanks for checking it out. Y'all have a good day.